Hey, how's it going, buddy?
What's happening?
What's happening? Oh
What's
man, how's
happening?
everything going in your neck of the woods?
Oh, it's just fine. It's just fine. I'm worried about you, man.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
some
So so
weather
yeah,
situation.
we are going to be doing a pre-recorded show this week. Sorry, guys. I know you guys look forward to the live show. So do we. But yeah, man, it's crazy this week. We're recording Thursday night right now. It's about 7:30. And as we speak, right off the coast of beautiful Florida is Hurricane Helene. And it is currently a Category 4 hurricane. It's heading straight for our city. So yeah, so I was like, "Hey, Greg, we might want to record early
Yeah.
and go
I'm
ahead
like,
and post."
we don't even have to, dude. I'm worried about you and your family, dude. I was like,
We're
we could
gonna be
skip.
okay. Yeah, like I said, when it was a 5 yesterday, they thought, oh, it could go high 4, it could possibly hit. There was like one model that said it could potentially hit a 5. I was like, we got to go. Just
Right.
moving everything inside and boarding up the windows is not going to be enough. Like we need to go. And we had family up, to the west of us, and we were thinking about leaving, but then like it slowed down. It kind of went to the right of us just a little bit, and now it's like a Category 3. So we were like, okay, we're going to stick around. So we made the decision this morning to not go, and we let our family know we're going to stay and ride it out.
Hunker
And
down.
now it's a 4, and so yeah, it's a little concerning. So but we're in a high area where our particular area that we live in, Tallahassee, is high up. We're not in a flood zone, even though we're sort of near a lake.
Hey,
We're high enough up that we don't have to really worry about flooding. But we do live in a highly wooded area, so
mhm.
tree fall damage is a real thing.
Yeah.
It could
Yeah.
hit the pool, it could take out our pergola, it could smash
Yeah.
into the house. Like,
It's a beautiful
it's a
pergola
very
too.
real thing. We're but for us to travel, it'd be the 5 of us. It would be our dogs. It'd
Yeah.
be my mom, my wife's mom. It'd be a lot to caravan out of here.
You
So
need a tour bus.
yeah, we would have to take 2 vehicles for sure. So we decided to just stay
Yeah.
and ride it out. A lot of our neighbors are staying. A lot of our friends in town are staying. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely update everybody and let you guys know
Yeah.
how we're doing. We're also going to, keep our minds on both, Charles and Terrence and
Absolutely.
Jeff, because they're all in Florida with me as well, but they're down
Yeah.
in the peninsula.
Florida boys.
So they're worried that, if they live near the coast, the west coast of the peninsula, they could get some storm surge and a lot of water.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're far enough away from that they'll be okay. I hope.
And Joe Lanta is this weekend too, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know. I haven't even been keeping track of it. Are they going to continue to have it, or was it
As
canceled?
far as I know, I think the Purple Gang was on their way today, I believe, or at least Jordan was. So
Yeah, Atlanta's going to get a lot of rain.
Yeah.
Probably by Friday. So
probably
I
going to
think
hurt the show.
okay. Probably will.
But
that's a shame. But yeah,
I appreciate you
going
coming on, man.
Hey, I appreciate you being
You're
flexible. I know
dedicated.
you. Thankfully, you've got a new job now, so you're able to.
Yes.
You're able to.
Yes.
To make some nights happen
Yes.
now, which is awesome.
I'm so happy. So glad about that.
Yeah, how's that feeling? Having
It's good.
night,
Oh,
having back to
man.
the regular schedule.
It's nice that it doesn't take a tank of gas to get to work and back. So yeah, I'm glad. It's nice to be home. It's nice to see my doggies, hear them and see them, and see my fiance and be home. It's nice. I'm enjoying it. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Okay,
Let's get on with
let's
it, man.
get right
Let's do
into it. Let's show off some of our small hauls. All right, man. What you got? You got something?
Yeah. So my buddy Brian Carr, he's a new friend in the community.
Right.
I had gifted him a cavern dwarf. We did a trade, and I threw in a little something extra, and so he reciprocated, and he sent me a Godfrey that I think I'm collecting them now because I'm getting some. You gave me one. I traded someone else for something else, and then I got one from Brian, and then also he sent me this the Baroness's motorcycle. So
Yeah,
thank you, Brian. I appreciate you. Muy excited.
Yeah. Do we know? Because Brian's been joining us on Sunday nights when we just kind of hang
Mhm.
out. Is Brian in Florida? I can't remember.
He is in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
I
That's right.
think.
That's right. You're right.
I
You are
should know.
correct.
I just mailed him stuff. I should.
That's right. That's
If you're
right.
not from Pennsylvania, Brian, I'm sorry. I apologize.
So keeping with Joe's, that's really cool. I actually already have this figure on card, and I had a friend of mine locally who Scott, who was getting rid of some Super 7 reaction stuff, and he had this on card, and I took it off his hands. But I got another little
Nice.
Storm
Those are
Shadow
fun.
Super
Those are
7.
fun. I
Yeah.
have a couple of Reaction Joes.
He had it on card, but I already had it on card, so I was like, "Hey, I get to finally open it and mess around with it." And I love it. It's
Exactly.
really cool. It's got this nice little backpack, and it's got the little bow comes out of his backpack, which is nice. So that's
I really
cool.
like that Super 7 that we opened a couple episodes ago, Storm Shadow. That's a really nice figure.
Yeah. Speaking of that particular Storm Shadow, I'm glad you brought that up
Thank you.
because
Thank you.
I was looking on Facebook right before we joined up tonight to do this, and Super 7 on Facebook had posted an image of Storm Shadow like communicating. It looked like the back of the package, but it was the Storm Shadow had all of the gray lines, so it's what we call the good guy Storm Shadow. But that image leaked a couple of months ago, and it is basically a repaint of the first Storm Shadow. So he doesn't have the hood. So it's not like a true like good guy Storm Shadow. It's just like a repaint. But it still looks really nice, and I'll still pick it up. But it said,
Yeah.
Storm Shadow
You should have thrown it in the hood.
Yeah,
They should do
incoming,
that.
something like that. Communication incoming or something like that. So I'm sure they're getting ready to, tell us like where and when we can get that
It's a really
figure.
nice figure. Yeah. So if you missed the first one, pick this one up because it's
Yeah, for sure.
these figures they're really nice. I like that
Yeah.
that Storm Shadow.
And I'm wondering too, well, I'm trying to think if it was a deluxe, but it's not. It was, I remember when the package was leaked, it's a Ultimates. So I was thinking, oh, maybe they're doing it for the deluxe because that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But no, I remember the package that was leaked was the Ultimates. So yeah, for our double down tonight, Greg and I are going to be talking about Super 7's new move to start making deluxe figures, which are the pared down versions of the Ultimates.
Pretty smart.
We're going to be looking at what the difference is between a deluxe and an ultimate, what you get and what you pay for. So that sort of thing. So anyway, yeah, that was my first little pickup this week.
Is it my turn or your turn?
Yes, sir. Your turn.
Okay. I got this on Mercari. It is one of the Valkyries, and I got her super cheap.
Nice.
So I picked her up.
Very cool. I've been thinking about picking that set up because you can still pick it up. I think Hasbro Pulse has it. It's like $53.
Yeah, regular price, but it's a really nice figure. And I like the tan. All her guns connect to her backpack. She can actually, and some people are big on that, the figure being able to carry. I don't really care, but
I don't either. I
it's
give
nice.
them I give them whatever kit I think looks nice, and then I toss the rest of it in a box.
But like she's got 2 handguns. She's got a side gun right here, which is pretty awesome. I don't see that very often. She's got the little holster with the side gun. She's got my camera gun right here. She's got 2 guns on her backpack and a knife right here. She's kitted out, man.
Yeah.
She's got some,
you know what I think does it for me? The reason why I haven't picked them up yet is this. I don't like all the tan weapons. Like I don't mind like the holsters.
Yeah. One's tan, one's not. Yeah. So we could have went halves. You could have got the black kit and I could have got the tan kit,
Ultimately, like I was just gonna like get her and then like give her black weapons because I
change it up.
Yeah. I have so many weapons.
Yeah, I dig this figure, man. And it does the I don't have it. They didn't give me the alternate head, but the alternate head is like it's got like goggles or something on there.
Nice.
So you don't really see her eyes. But I was happy with this. It was like $18. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that.
That's not bad. That's not bad. You always need a good female infantry.
I'm building that classified collection, man. Building it up.
What you got? Next up, Next up, I picked this kind of up on a whim. You guys will see this, or will have already seen this by the time you watch this video, because it will go up in my video that went up yesterday on Friday, which is still tomorrow. So time travel. But this is the newly
I'm
updated
confused.
McFarlane Toys Tanjiro Komodo figure from Demon Slayer. My boys and I, we love watching Demon Slayer together, and my oldest son and now my middle son have the first Tanjiro figure without the backpack, and if you can hear that, like, I got all of his accessories in there. So his face swaps out. He's got 3 different face plates. You can take the hair off and swap out the face plates, and he's got 2 different sets of hands. But yeah, if you don't know anything about Demon Slayer, if you don't keep track of it, this little box is supposed to house his sister. His sister is supposed to, he carries his sister around in this box because she is, sort of like possessed by a demon, like a vampire demon, and she can't go out during the sunlight. So she stays back there in his little box. That's how he carries her around. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, this actually shows up in the review that I did. I didn't do a review on this guy, but he will show up in the review that I posted.
I'm interested.
Tomorrow. So
yeah, I watched a couple episodes and I did like it. I've got an issue of following through. I start something and I don't finish it, but I did like the show. I thought it was an interesting premise.
I think my sons and I are like on the season 4. I think it's the entertainment district, I think, is where we are. So it's a fun show. I like it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. My buddy William Wallace Harris the third went to RetroCon. He went to a con a few weeks ago, and the Horsemen were there, and they had reissues, and I wanted one more. You were gracious enough to, I don't know if we traded or what, the Green Ranger. So I wanted one to keep new, and then one to open. So I'll probably open this one, and then I said, hey, if they got extra skeletons, I'll take a skelly. So he picked me up a skelly. So thank you, William Wallace. I appreciate that.
That's awesome. They had them at the 4 Horsemen table?
Yes. Very limited, though. They had, it was like 1 per person. There you go. They had 1 per person. Yeah.
His hand is like kind of through his stomach, and he's almost holding his hip bone.
I think my friend Noah posted a picture today. I think it was Noah, where a sword went, the Valiant Knight had a sword, and it went through 3 skeletons' mouths, and that was pretty awesome.
Very cool.
Pretty awesome.
Very cool.
What else you got?
My next pickup is I totally forgot that I even pre-ordered this, but I had pre-ordered it from the IGN store, the video game website store. Because at first that's the only place you could get these, and now they're up on Big Bad Toy Store. But I got in the Dungeons and Dragons. This is the NECA Dungeons and Dragons Steelheart, but this is the toy colorway. So this is the version, the toy color version.
Thank you.
Oh,
thank you. So, I had that as a kid, and I loved that figure so much.
They actually have color variants, toy color variants of all 4 of the figures they have released so far. So if you want to get any one of those in the toy color of these 4, they don't have a toy color version of Grim Sword, which I don't even have that. I don't even have that guy, but I do.
I didn't buy him either. I have both War Dukes, and I love that War Duke figure. It's
the same. I won't open these. The War Duke and this guy will just stay on the card, because the card's super thick. It's very nice. I dig it. I love that old school art.
Okay, you got to get down, because it's my turn. I finally picked this guy up. I'm still mourning this show, man. I really loved the Acolyte. I was kind of slow. I was kind of unsure, but once like the 3rd episode kicked in, I was a fan, and I really loved this character's soul. I thought he was really, I don't know, there's something about vulnerable characters, and this guy was very vulnerable. He was very human.
He's great.
Made mistakes, wasn't a perfect Jedi, and that kind of I don't know, that just that kind of vulnerability, I think is you know,
He's a
we need
fantastic actor.
more of
Did
that.
you ever see
Squid
Squid
Game.
Game?
I started it once again. I started it and I didn't finish it. So
Okay, so
I
go
would be
back
a
and watch
terrible
it because
reviewer.
the trailer just came out for Squid Game season 2, and
Finally,
his
how long has it been?
yeah,
Like 5 years, 4 years?
it's been a long time, couple years, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a while.
yeah.
But his character will be in the next season again,
Okay.
and so he's featured in the trailer heavily, and I think it's coming out this Christmas. So this December, it's coming out.
So I have
So
time.
yeah, so definitely go and
I have
finish
time to
it.
catch
It's
up.
not many
Okay.
episodes. Go finish it, and then yeah, because that's the next place to check him out. Yeah, I lament the ending of that show as well, but I am fully confident, 100% confident that they're going to continue that story either in
I hope
comic
so.
or novel form. So we'll,
Yeah,
be able to see where that story goes. I mean,
yeah.
because
I hope so.
here's the thing, you don't drop Plagueis in a show and then not follow that up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's
Yeah,
going to be something to come along and, you know, finish that show or in
right,
some form.
right.
Even, here's a thing. Even if they do it as like the next series of, the Tales of, because we had the
Hmm.
Tales of the Jedi, we had the Tales of the Sith, and we don't have an animated show. But even if they followed it up with like a series of like small, like little animated stories that continue
Right.
that story,
Yeah.
I just don't think you drop Plagueis in the story and then abandon it. So we'll see. I think
Right.
they're going to continue it somehow.
I know we talked about, I mean, we spent almost a whole show talking about it. But it just shows that we care. But it just seems so strange that Disney spent so much money. Like, didn't they say this was like the most expensive
It's
series
pretty
that they,
expensive. It was 180 million for the whole season.
and then they just
It's a
decide,
lot.
oh, we're done. That's it. We're not gonna, like, that's like, you're building a giant hotel in Vegas and then you decide, nah, some people don't like it, so we're just not gonna.
It's
It's
like
insane.
building an entire huge hotel that's made out of Star Wars stuff and then charging $5,000 for 2 nights to go there and then having to close it down because nobody
Yeah,
comes.
yeah.
Just as some sort of random example that I just made up in my head.
Right. But I think I think them canceling it just perpetuates
Yeah.
that they
It
don't
gives
really know
power
what
to
they're
the
doing.
people who
Yes.
who
Yes.
crapped on it,
Yes. Yes. They should be stubborn, stick to their guns, and be like, you know what, you guys didn't like it, it's not for you.
Yeah,
But
it's
a
not for
lot of
me.
other people really enjoyed it, so we're gonna make season 2. Suck it if you
Yeah.
don't like it. So,
Yeah.
anyways, enough about that. I got one more thing.
So do I. I got one more thing to go as well.
Is it your turn? Go ahead.
Yeah, let me go.
Let's
So
see
the
what you got.
last thing I have is our good friend Steve over at Articulated Empire. If you guys saw my
Yes.
review this week on Wednesday, he had sent me some AWOC stuff. So that was the first set of AWOC stuff. That's not Nova, is it? Who's that?
Yes, that's Nova.
That's Nova? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um,
She's looking at
and
me like,
so
what did I do?
what I do?
What did I
So
do?
that was the first set of stuff that he said. Excuse me, that he sent me. The next thing that he sent me is a horrid loot crate armor, and
I have that. That's a good one.
this is the purple.
I think I
And
bought it
blue.
from him. Yeah.
So
I love
have
those
this,
colors.
and I asked for this guy so that I could, because I think the colors are going to work on him very well, and it is Blight.
Yes.
And
Yeah, that's a
so
nice figure.
I think, I mean, I love the purple that's on him already.
Yeah,
But we're gonna see how that goes. Putting those
absolutely.
two
Thanks,
together.
Steve. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So
Speaking
yeah,
of
Steve
purple,
continues to be a great. He
that
continues
wall.
to be a great fan of the channel and a big supporter. And be sure, if you guys get a chance, if you need some action figures, head over to articulatedempire.com. Help Steve out. He's a wonderful guy. The stuff he
Yes.
ships stuff so fast. It is
Lightning
so well
quick.
packaged. And he's doing something very fun. He is giving us a discount And anybody who orders, if you go and place an order for anything that's not on sale and use the code Saturday, then you'll get 10% off your order. So thank you, Steve, for doing that. Free shipping over $75 and no taxes unless you live in the state of Illinois. So
there you go. I have to talk to him, but I think he was supposed to come on. Maybe
yeah, we're gonna have him on the show soon.
Yeah, maybe next
Yeah,
weekend.
we'll have him on
weekend
soon
after.
for sure.
Yeah. So my last pickup,
bring us home. What you got?
Is horseman related. I'm not really 100% sure. I believe they did some sculpting, and I believe these figures were made in the horseman factory. But it's the Icon Zujitsu Fighters. So I got the special purple edition.
Oh wow,
They are
that's the new
like
tiger ninjas, right? The karate ninjas, or
yeah, they're like
tigers.
fighters. They have regular colored ones, but they had like a special translucent purple. And there's a couple of
Sweet.
different ones. This one's like a jaguar, I think, or no, he's a cheetah.
Chico, the cheetah. Now, where did you order the special? Who had the special purple color?
Icon. I think it's iconheroes.com. Iconheroes.com, and you can order the regular painted ones. I don't know if they're available yet, but the purple ones are all in stock, and they're like $35. So
that's not bad.
Pick it up. It helps them. They just did a Kickstarter, the Icon Heroes, for their comic book, and it funded. So we will see some more of them. But I wanted to help out the Horsemen too. The Horsemen backed these guys. They did the sculpting and stuff, and
cool.
they were hyping this figure. So I was like, I'll pick one up and give it a shot. Maybe I'll ship it to you to review.
Ooh, I would like that very much. That would be awesome.
I just got my Centurions back today. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad. I hope they arrived safe and sound.
They did. Thank you.
Very cool. Awesome. All right. Well, let's get into our unboxing. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to be rushing through everything. I just hope we can get through this show without the power going out. So, tonight we're going to do it. We're going to be each unboxing the MEZCO 1/12 Collective King Conan. This is my first time ever touching that MEZCO Conan. I'm super excited.
You should be.
Have you got this guy messed around with him before?
And I have not. No, I have another version. I traded a buddy for the blue shirt one, but I have not opened it. But I hear it's amazing.
Very cool. So we have this little instruction pamphlet here, letting us know how to work the harnesses and the belts and everything. I'm gonna keep that out. Keep that handy.
It's got a stand in the back here. Looks like it comes with 3 heads.
Oh my goodness.
They really pack these like amazingly. I think there's engineers
that Terrence, but I just totally sniffed my figure.
What is it? Oh, steak. Here. I love this the one without the crown. He's just got kind of wild hair and angry looks.
Yeah.
His face is all scarred up, and look at that, man. Angry.
That's really really
okay.
dope.
I dropped it.
Okay, this is absolutely incredible. Oh, this is so good. I just want to show this guy off, man. Look at this. We're talking those earrings, that chest armor, but then look at this. The heaviness, like this real metal chainmail, like loincloth, and all the leather pieces that are down here, like the heft that this.
Wow. Yeah, it's a solid.
What do they say? It's got good hand feel.
Yeah, that chainmail is amazing.
Did you pre-order that Kai Labs blue and yellow?
No, I need to. I need to. I have not done that. I'm going to
send you the link again.
Yes,
so
please.
If by chance you wanted, a Conan without a beard, you do get a head sculpt of Conan without the beard, but he still has the crown on.
Kind of like a comic like a ode to comics, because I think in the comics he didn't really have a beard much.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I've never seen him with a beard other than, this particular figure.
But he is just scarred up, like he fought his way
Oh my
up
God.
the ladder. Like this guy
Yeah,
is
this is incredible.
more man than we'll ever be.
Look at this. Look how tight that arm can bend up. Pinless
Look at his
joints,
knee
double
too.
jointed.
The knee
Oh
reminds
yeah.
me of the Dark Wolf.
Oh yeah,
Got
exactly.
that kind of where it just looks great. That's double jointed, isn't it?
Yep, double jointed.
Just like our show.
This is a little unfortunate right here on mine. On the side, I have some.
Oh no!
But it's underneath, so
Yeah,
you'll be able to see that. But dude, this armor is just insane.
did you take the
I'm gonna lift
plastic
the
off?
arms up.
I didn't
just
take
wanna
the
show
plastic
out.
off yet. Did you?
I did. Just look at all of the little rivets, all of the detail around the belt, the buckles.
Yeah, this is going up on display. This figure is got broad back too. Look at that back. Jeez.
Got
Yeah, I
that big
think
back.
might
Look
put
at the
him
back
on
of that.
one of my mythic horses.
And then the boots, man. Look at those
Yeah,
boots.
those boots are awesome.
This is gonna make me want to track
Put
down
this
like
other head
maybe
on.
one of the heads from the first figure to like put on this guy.
Yeah. I kind of like this savage, hair blowing kind of.
Yeah, I'm about to try
This
that
last
out.
one.
Let's see. He does come with a harness. If you want to take his leather chest armor off and just go a little more bare chested, he does come with a harness to put on. So that's really cool. Whole bunch of hands. Let's try this crazy hair.
That probably sucks. It doesn't zoom in.
Okay, yeah, that's really dope. Check that out. The windswept hair. No crown.
Yeah, that's the one I've got on. Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah, I like that windswept. That is nice.
Yeah, you could definitely fit this guy in along with Tigra and Dark Wolf.
Yes,
for sure. 100%.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting some Dark Wolf vibes. It's a little bit more detailed than the Dark Wolf figure. Looks like he doesn't have a boot swivel though, which is odd. You notice that?
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't, but he does have a swivel on the foot, so that's good.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a MEZCO with the bare skin though. I don't think all the MEZCOs I've ever had clothes over the body, and this was my first skin one. That is a nice figure. Let's see what else he's got. What else has he got in here?
Trying to get the weapons open without knocking them all over my floor.
It's got 8 hands. He's handsy. Got a torch. He's handsy.
Let me get this axe out and check this out.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
That axe is so well sculpted and painted.
He's got what? 1, 2, 3 weapons?
Yep, he's got this.
What would you call that?
Nice
hammer? A hammer?
Yeah, look at this thing. Boy,
that's a Widowmaker right there, man.
It's got like this little strap, little faux leather strap on the bottom.
Yeah, that's taking him out. There. Got a nice shield. I love this torch too.
That torch is going to see so much use between this figure and some Mythic Legions. I can see that coming.
Yeah, for sure. I like the fire. You can put the fire in there.
Boy, look at this. Look at that torch, man. It's looking dope.
Yeah.
It's got some leather wraps or some faux leather wraps on
so
the
glad
sheath.
I picked this up. Yeah, that's like faux leather, man.
And I like how the hilt of the sword plays with the top part of the sheath. How it
Yeah,
slides in there.
it slides in.
So,
Slides in nice and easy.
oh.
Oh yeah.
And that torch that Greg was showing off, look at that. Look at this right here. Look how
Yeah,
detailed
see,
that
yours
is.
zooms in. Mine doesn't zoom in. I wonder how the sword attaches to his
I don't know. We're about to find
belt.
out. But yeah, you can plug that little fire accessory in.
Mm.
Yeah, I have an older phone too. I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I'm about ready to get a 16. I'm about to
There you go.
as soon as this hurricane passes, I'm going to go ahead and place my order. I can see
That
using
looks
this
like it.
torch for lots of stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I think maybe let's see. How is the best way to? Let me look and see if
The looks like
So
the
you're
belt.
supposed to the long strap on the sheath slides through a cutout area on the belt. Pull strap fully through inside of belt.
Okay.
Loop the strap over the top of the belt and back through the sheath ring. Then fold the strap up and back through the metal ring. So there's a substantial amount of instructions here about how to get the sheath to actually using this particular strap that they have here on the side.
Yeah, it's
How
like
to
a
use
real belt.
this to go through his
And it's got
belt,
like the
right
two
here.
rings on it. They're like D rings.
Yeah. I am going to take this.
Baby hands making this shit.
Exactly.
I don't have the fingers to be able to do that. I got these sausage fingers.
Same. Absolutely. I'm very scared of taking his upper torso armor
Right.
off.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
almost positive I'll never get it back on properly.
I know. I'm always afraid of that too. I'm going to have to use some surgical forceps that I have here to
Okay. That
put
worked.
this that chainmail though. Man, I don't think I've ever owned a figure that had real chainmail on his
Yeah, I
nether
don't think so
regions,
either. I don't
on
think
his
so either.
loins.
To gird his loins. Okay, here we go. There he is without the chest armor.
That looks like us.
I know. That's what I look like when I take my shirt off.
Yeah, look at that.
100.
Bulging muscles.
I mean, I'm even tanner than this guy is.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Me too.
You know what I didn't show off was the other part of his armaments is his awesome shield.
Yeah, that shield is nice.
It's got a
But we're
strap
not
and a
done,
handle
gang.
on the back.
Comes with more.
Yeah, they did not skimp out. Yeah, I haven't even got to the soft goods tray yet. I'm gonna put this other chest armor piece on him.
Oh. Pretty solid. Oh, torch is down. Yeah, what's he got underneath that loin cloth? What's he got under there? He's got a
What
beautiful.
happens under the loincloth stays under the loincloth.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Got some Conan under.
Yeah.
You don't stand up, does he?
No.
The chest armor is very loose. I'm wondering if it goes on. If it goes on over his soft goods, but there it is. That's what it looks like on his body.
Okay, it does look loose. It looks like
very loose.
Looks like it's over his. Well, if you look at the box, the cape is.
Yeah, that's what.
It looks like he comes with a cape and a fur pelt.
Yeah, I'm about to get into that right
Chest
now.
harness. He's got a couple of different looks. He's got a cape with lion head clasps, and a cloak with faux fur lined faux fur, and it comes with a beautiful stand.
Well, when they show it on the back of the package, they do show it without any other underlay.
Okay.
Right there.
Is there a way to tighten it up, to cinch it up?
I don't think so. It just looks very loose. But we do have a little baggie of soft goods.
Yeah, I'm getting on that.
I'm getting into that right now.
Yeah, this guy is going next to my Dark Wolf and Tigra for sure. Got to figure out how to display this bad boy. These some quality softwood.
Yeah, they're really nice.
There's a
I almost
cloak
wonder
with the clasps.
Are these magnets? No way.
Ooh, that would be cool. Oh shit! I just lost one. It fell off.
You lost one what?
Like one of the clasps fell.
Uh-oh.
Is it attached? Is it magnetized?
I don't know. I thought it was possible, but I don't think so.
No.
I think maybe they're just held down with like the bendy part of the wire on the cape, that you just use that to like bend them down and have them look like they're laying flat on his shoulders. I don't know. I have to figure that out.
Yeah, I'll play with it later.
But you can go.
Sometimes when you drop something, it falls into another dimension.
Yep.
And completely disappears.
So you can get his cape on without any.
It just kind of goes over his head.
Yep, it just slips over.
Yeah.
And it's wired, so that's really nice.
Yeah, and it's not.
We have here.
That's all right. I'll find it. It's around here.
I think I'm gonna put his chest armor back on before I try to put any more of this stuff on.
Yeah.
See how well it snaps back into place.
Yeah, that piece fell up. Yeah. It's around. It's around. I'll find it.
Nova will find it for you.
Nova will find it. That's exactly.
Find it.
Yeah, it'll stick to one of our feet as we're walking. Doubt. How's that? The fur? Did you try the fur?
Oh my goodness! The chest armor goes back on so easily.
Does it?
Like you can't even tell.
How do you take it off?
Under his left arm, it comes apart right here. You just pull it apart. That goes back on so nicely.
So I've got the fur cloak on.
I do wish there was a way to fasten these golden, like the lion clasps.
Yeah,
down.
one of mine fell off, so be careful of yours.
Yeah, mine hasn't fallen off yet. But I wish they were magnetized or something. That would be really nice.
They kind of missed that opportunity. That would have been cool if they were magnetized to his the body armor piece. But his
oh, you just did the same thing.
Yes, and look how the hair his hair fits perfectly over the back of the, like it was made for that. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
So awesome.
This figure
was. And if you're a mythics guy, like there's so much of the stuff that you could use for mythics. The soft goods, the weapons.
Absolutely. I was thinking that same thing, yeah. It's got so much good stuff.
This is incredible.
Figures that are this well made it seems like it would make you a better toy photographer, because it's so lifelike. You know, you can do some amazing scenes.
You know what I would like to do for a show is I wonder if Trevor would come on and give us like some poor boy photography tricks? Like
That's a good
here's
question.
some things you could do, to make your toy photography better if you don't have the cool setups and
Yeah.
stuff.
I think we should reach out to him probably after Legion's Con because he said he's busy right now.
Sure. Oh, for sure.
Probably taking pictures of the new G-Con wave.
Oh yeah.
But I definitely think we should approach him on that. He does pop up on our show every once in a while.
The hands are awesome because they're very rubbery and you don't have to worry about breaking your weapons.
I love that. That's just
So,
good
like,
forethought.
I love that.
I really like the windswept hair. That's probably my favorite.
Yeah, it's a win. That's a winner for me for sure.
Chicken dinner of a winner. Yeah. I'm thank you for suggesting us opening this because he would have been languishing in a box in my garage if I
one of the things that I have been doing a lot of this year, one of the lines I've been collecting a lot in 2024 that I've never purchased before was MEZCO 112, and that's because my friend Scott locally, he's really into MEZCO and he buys them all the time, and he loves the Gomez figures. He loves customizing them, making his own versions. I've made a few customs, like I made a custom Daredevil, MEZCO 112 Daredevil, and but I haven't been able to display them because I haven't had a place to put them out. I think I only have one MEZCO figure out, and that's the classic suit Spidey, and that's only because
I have not opened him yet.
Because he's on my Spidey shrine, and so so he's the only one that I have out. But I've got Dick. And I've got the Batman Gotham by Gaslight.
Did you open your Dick Tracy yet?
I haven't. We need to do that. Maybe
let's do that. Let's schedule that in.
So we can get him open and mess around with him.
Yeah, let's do it.
I've got a lot, dude. I've got a lot of like the skulls from like the Chaos Society line that they do. Their own proprietary line, whatever it's called, Chaos Club.
I haven't bought any of those. I have the Shadow. I have Dick Tracy. I mean, I've got some older MEZCOs, but mostly just heroes and stuff. Very good. I'm happy. This was a great opening.
And then the shield and that axe, giving some strong battle armor He-Man vibes. And this set is amazing. I see why I now understand why the first Conan is so expensive on the aftermarket. No wonder.
Yeah, and if you have all three, you can do some mixing and matching too.
There's 3 Conans?
Yeah, there's 3. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. I knew that there was like a set that they put out at some point that was like extra heads and like shirts and stuff for like bad guys that you could use on the Conan body to make different characters.
Ooh. They should keep going with this line though, like
called the Barbarian Pack or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up in a minute. Yeah,
they need to keep going with these because these are just amazing. And I think they know that they're popular because this is their 3rd Conan so far, so it must be pretty popular, I think.
Heck yeah. I'm trying to get all my stuff back in where it belongs.
I'm just setting mine aside. I'll do it later. We got to get on our discussion.
Yeah. That's right. Let me get this.
Got to stay on our topic here. Got to stay on our show.
Right. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I'm just gonna put this to the side. What a fantastic figure! Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Let's get into it. Let's get into the double down. Need a little sip of something.
A little sip. There you go.
Wet the whistle.
That's right.
I love, this is my favorite thing to drink is Coca-Cola, 0 sugar, 0 caffeine. I don't even know what I drink at this point. Like if they've taken out the sugar and the caffeine, what is it? Is it just brown water? I don't know.
What is it? Yeah, I drink the same thing. Me and Ree, we go to the store. We get the bottles though.
I like caffeine.
But yeah, she needs the caffeine. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
get
love
the
the
caffeine
Coke Zero. Coke
from
Zero
my
is my
coffee.
stuff.
Yeah, that's my
Oh, she
jam.
does too.
Awesome. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about this move that Super 7 has made recently with these deluxe figures. And I'm going to say that I think it's a fantastic move. I think it's a great move. It's one I'm certainly very happy about because there are certain times when, you know, there are figures that Super 7 puts out in their Ultimates line that I really want to get, but that price point is just
Hmm.
it's high, and for what you get, and that's not a knock against them at all. It's just that sometimes I'm like, do I want to spend $55 on a classic Zartan figure, or do I want to spend $25 and get another Joe from the
Hmm.
classified line and add it to my shelf?
Right.
That's not a knock against Super 7. It's just how I feel about some things sometimes. But this move to make deluxe figures that come with less stuff and they're less expensive, I think is brilliant. I absolutely love this move. But some of my friends locally have expressed like a little bit of anger. I think one of my friends locally
Really?
found the Lion-O recently in Target. I have it on pre-order. I think they found it recently in Target and was sharing some pictures with the group locally. And I remember one of my friends was like, okay, so they were trying to sell us a $30 figure for $55. Now they're trying to sell us a $20 figure for $35. And so I think they were kind of taken aback by the lack of paint apps or how the figure had been downgraded. I think in particular with the case of Lion-O, the deluxe version doesn't look the same as the first version of Lion-O that came out that maybe had more paint apps, because I think the deluxe version is more based on the cartoon colorway
Hmm.
that most recently came out. I think it was the one that they did that had the glowing eyes that was like the San Diego Comic Con exclusive.
Right.
So I don't know. What are your initial thoughts before we dive into some of their releases? What are your initial thoughts on the deluxe versus the ultimates?
Like you, I agree. I think it's a great idea. I think that having a figure that is, I mean, as far as I know, the ultimate line is going to be basically the same figure as what are they, the deluxe? Is that what they're calling
Mm-hmm.
them?
Deluxe. Yep.
So, as from what I understood, the figure should be the same going forward as the ultimate figure. I didn't know that there was less paint apps, but even if there is less, I think you're getting a ultimate figure at a good price. If you can't afford the $55 figure, try getting the cheaper one. It maybe has a little bit less stuff, but I think it's for people that have been afraid or hesitant to buy a $55 ultimate figure. Here's another option for you. So I
Right.
think
Absolutely.
it's kind of like the different classes of BMWs. If you really want a BMW, if you can't afford the higher class, get the regular, the lower class, but you're still in a BMW. So
Right. I
it's a
kind of
step
think of
above.
it like, when a book first comes out, like the hardback comes out first.
Mhm.
It's larger. You got this nice cover. It has a slip cover on it. Um, it's really nice. It's something you can keep for a long time. It feels different in your hand. But then later on down the road, like if you wait a few months, the soft cover comes out. It's a little bit smaller.
Right.
It's not nearly as nice.
A good
But
analogy.
the price, I kind of look at it like that. But yeah, so at this point, they have released several of their deluxes, their ultimates as deluxes, and we're gonna go into it a little bit here. So we're gonna start off with the Thundercats. So I think this was the first time we saw the deluxe treatment, and that was with Lion-O and Monkeyan. I
Mhm.
believe were the first two.
Right.
So what you're seeing here is you're noticing how not only is the figure coming with less stuff, you can see it's a lot less packaging as well.
Hmm.
See here how like the package is a lot kind of streamlined. It's a blister card. It's not like a collector friendly package where you can repack the figure and store it in the case if you want, in the package if you want. Once you tear this blister card off, like it's torn, like it's whatever.
Right.
So you could see here how it's the exact same figure. You're just getting less stuff. So instead of getting, three different versions of the Sword of Omens, you're only getting one. You're not going to get additional additional heads, additional gauntlets. You're not getting additional hands. It looks like they're just going with 2 open hands. But it's the same figure, and you've got $55, and then you've got $35.
Right.
I think this is something that you would order from like Super 7 directly, or like Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth. This is, you're going to be able to find this in Target. You're going to be able to
I
find
love that.
it at
I love
Walmart.
that. Making it more available for people that maybe don't have access to, the online retailers. Look, hey, there's Lionel right there, or Monkeyin. So that's
Right.
I think it's a great opportunity for people to get some Super 7 figures.
I would much rather be able to walk into a Walmart or a Target and see like
Absolutely.
an Ultimates style figure on the shelf, because typically you're only going to see these in like comic book stores,
Right.
like your higher end
Right.
collectible stores. Where else are you going to see these? Now, I do know that, Walmart recently has been getting some of the Super 7 Ultimates G.I. Joes, but they've been,
Yes.
clearanced and marked down. So maybe they're not going to go that route anymore. I really hope that we can get into this. Let's save that. I'll save that till the end. We can get into like our thoughts on like what other lines we would like see get this deluxe treatment. But the Thundercats was the first one that we saw. And then next, I really wanted to look at this one, because I think this one is, I think this is a big one here, because here we have their Ultimates versus the deluxe version of Godzilla. And if I'm not mistaken, aren't these Godzilla Ultimates figures typically around $80 to $85?
Yeah, 85 is the norm.
Yeah, for
Unless
Godzilla.
they're,
And then you're
yeah.
getting this package here, and you're getting it for 35. Is
Right.
there a difference in the size? Do we know? Like,
I
is
don't
the
think
size
so.
difference here?
I
We
think
need
it's
to
the
look
same
that up real
size.
quick.
Yeah, let's look it up. I don't see anything to complain about. I know that there's always Super 7 naysayers. But I think that this is just it's good. It's a win for everybody, because you're able to go into a Walmart or Target and get a Super 7 action figure for almost half the price, or literally half the price. So I don't see the negative. Yeah, it comes with a few less accessories, but I mean, deal with
Okay,
it.
I'm looking here. So the original Godzillas, the Ultimates, are okay. So they are smaller. I did
Okay.
not know this. Okay, so the original figures, the Ultimates, are 8.5 inches, whereas these new ones, the deluxe versions, are 5.5 inches.
And that's just the Godzilla, though, right? Not
That's
the
the Godzilla and the Mecha
Lion.
Godzilla. Those are the two
Okay.
in the Godzilla. This scale that I have, my Photoshop that I created here, this is not to scale. That I put the figures at the same size. They're not, but they're very close in sculpt and articulation. It looks like the only articulation point that I don't see is, it looks like the Ultimates is articulated around the neck and the waist, and I don't see those points of articulation like on this deluxe version.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not getting the heat ray or the extra head or the extra hands, but you do get, one piece of a little building that goes with the other building that comes with Mecha Godzilla.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, you are saving $50, but you're also sacrificing about 3 inches in
Sometimes
height.
3 inches, can make a difference.
That's typically my spiel, to
Right,
the ladies.
right.
Is, hey,
I
saving
have a
$50.
yeah. I just had a thought too, is that most of us adult collectors, we will buy a figure and put it on our shelf. We'll open it, look at it, and put it on our shelf. I've got a bag or a box. Sorry, he's opening a package. Opening a box.
Somebody's trying not to interrupt
Right,
the
yeah.
movie while open up all the Snickers.
Right. But all these hands and all these other, what am I doing with them? I've got a bin full of hands or extra heads. If I could save $30 and buy, a figure that maybe doesn't have all the hand choices,
Right.
I'm going for it.
Yeah.
I don't
I
need all the
agree.
extras.
But yeah, the height difference here, I could see that being a particular turnoff. But I mean, come on, you're saving $50.
Right.
That's a
You could
lot
buy
of
both.
money.
You could buy both and
Yeah,
still be
you
under.
could. Right,
So it's
you
a win.
literally could have a 5.5-inch Godzilla
Yeah.
versus Mechagodzilla battle on your shelf for the
Yeah.
price of one Ultimates Godzilla.
Yeah.
I think
And
that's a win.
yeah. And I think Godzilla fans, they're gonna buy the $80 one and they're gonna buy the cheaper, just because they're Godzilla fans.
Right.
This is
And I
just
know you're a Godzilla fan too.
I am.
Are you getting the new one that they just put up, the whole orange translucent one? Because that looks awesome.
Yes. Yeah, I think we both pre-ordered it. So when it
Yeah,
comes
I
in,
did.
we'll open it together because I,
Yeah,
I,
we'll
I love it.
absolutely
I
have
think
to.
it's beautiful. Yeah, in fact, I still have my -1 here from the other day. I need to open it.
Oh, I can't wait for my -1 to ship. I'm so ready. Because what's going to happen is when that ships, it's going to make me want to watch the movie again, and I can't wait to watch
Yes.
the movie again.
Well, let me know when you get it. I'll open it when you open yours. We'll open it
Very cool.
together.
Absolutely.
Open it together.
Next up is to get the Ultimates to Deluxe treatment is Conan. It's their Conan line, so we're going to be seeing some Conan figures. I believe they have both Conan and Thulsa Doom coming in the Deluxe. So you're seeing the pared down package, which the Ultimates Conan packages are amazing. The box has
They
like
are
leather
the
texture to the
texture.
cardboard.
Yes,
And then
beautiful.
that gold foil printing just looks so
Yeah.
beautiful. If you're an in-package collector, you're going to be hard pressed to find something better. But here you're getting additional head and hand options, the sheath for the sword. Over here, you're just getting one hand that's splayed open, which I love because it's that iconic pose. You're getting the
Yeah, where
sword,
it's
you're
got
getting the gripping hand, and I think that's great. $35 hanging on your shelf at Target. I don't know. I think this is another good. This is a good series
Yeah,
to
I don't see the negative.
translate.
And I have both versions, and I will buy these too, just because they're.
Absolutely.
I don't know if there's anything different. I don't know if he just used basically the same buck, the same paint, the same everything.
And you're
But
just
I
getting
think
less stuff and less money's going into the packaging.
the Lion-O, I think, is the newest version. There's a couple versions of Lion-O.
Yeah, it's the newer sculpt that was from the San Diego Comic-Con
Right.
version.
They just switched heads, so that it comes with the basic head, not the light up head. So I mean, that's pretty awesome that you're getting the newest, most modern version of Lion-O for $35. Yes, he doesn't have the light up head. You pay $60, you get that one, or 70, whatever that one was. But I think that's a great deal. Maybe I'm just
Absolutely.
a Super 7 guy, but I don't see a negative in this. I think it was very smart, savvy business decision and move for Brian Flynn and Super 7 to get in these cheaper versions of deluxe of ultimate figures. The figure is the same basically, other than Godzilla. The figures are the same Scott, the same sculpts, and everything. He's just taking away some packaging and some accessories, but you're basically getting the same figure. So I don't see a negative. I think both Conans, it's a win, definitely.
Absolutely, for sure. Let's see here. Going next is Power Rangers. So I do know that Super 7 has had a little bit of trouble with their Power Rangers Ultimates. We've seen a couple of times now where they had to cancel certain waves because they just didn't get enough pre-orders for certain figures. They would have canceled certain figures out of certain waves, but they did want to make sure that we did get the core. And that's not to say that the line is failing. I think it was just that they may have made some character decisions that maybe just didn't, resonate well with collectors. Because I do know that their Bulk and Skull wave just came out, and people seem to be loving it. Those two figures seem to be a home run with fans. Like, I've seen so many people reviewing that figure, talking about it, and absolutely loving it. But they are doing the deluxe version of the original Power Rangers. So your red, blue, pink, yellow. So your black, like your regular team is there. We're doing the green and the white. So you're going to be getting like all, I believe is that 7 Power Ranger color variations. You can see what you're not getting here. Now these are metallic, so the color is a little different. So this is like a metallic white versus a flat white, but you're not getting all those symbols. You're not getting all the swords. You're not getting, all the hands. I don't know if this original version of the White Ranger came with the blaster, but this one does. The deluxe version does. It actually comes in this retro style packaging, how like all the toys from the 90s came in these triangular boxes,
That's pretty cool.
Funny. But yeah, you don't get their civilian heads. There's a lot that you don't get, but $35. And hopefully you can get this at Target. You can walk in on your shelf and walk in the store and pick one of these off your shelf. And I think that that's really cool. Like, I don't think I could drop $35 or $55 per team member,
right?
On the Power Rangers, but for $35,
right? And this might be a line like this Power Ranger line might be something that is more successful as a $35 figure. So maybe he's testing the waters with these multiple lines to see, okay, I know Conan is successful. I know Thundercats is successful, but maybe the Power Rangers is not that much. Maybe the Hip Hop Heroes one is not that much. So let's try it as a cheaper, a cheaper, model, and maybe it will thrive in the $35 range as opposed to the $55 range.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, like 100%.
I just hope they are successful, because it would be awesome to see more, more waves and more, more lines and stuff. I'm hoping that people will really look for these figures and pick them up.
Absolutely. Then we have one more, and that is going to be their music icons are getting some of the same treatment. So we have the first one up is the Biggie Smalls. So you can see Biggie here had a deluxe packaging, or his Ultimates packaging is a very deluxe style package. He's got 3 different heads, 2 different hat options. You've got the sunglasses, the gold chain, the microphone, his little glass of champagne, his cane, all these different hands. But look at that. I mean, that's the exact same figure. And you're getting, getting 3 accessories too,
Yeah, I hope they have they get the Beastie Boys too. I know they did the Beastie Boys, the Ultimate ones. They're not out yet, but I'm a huge Beastie Boys fan, so I would love to see them in the cheaper package at Target or Walmart.
Absolutely. And this was something that I failed to. So I'm gonna go back.
Looks like the same figure.
It's the exact same figure. It's like literally no different. There's no difference there. But there is something that I wanted to show because I didn't, and I should have, but this totally slipped my mind, and I was remembering it while we were talking about it. But let me show you here.
Show me.
Because let me share my screen. So this was something that Jeff shared with our group last week, and I pre-ordered it because they didn't leave out Transformers. Transformers is actually getting the same treatment. So here is a look at the Super 7 Ultimates.
I never saw that. It's amazing.
So you get 3 different styles of heads.
Wow.
You get the toy head, the cartoon head, and then this.
I hear your dogs too.
Yeah, they're going crazy. My wife is vacuuming. So we have this little version of Soundwave, his blaster, a cassette, an Energon Cube, and all these different hands. But also, like the other, so what they're doing is they're giving us a second Soundwave in the deluxe style, which I'm so happy about. I'm so happy that we're getting like this other version. And Jeff shared this with the group. It's from Amazon, and it comes in this package that looks like an old plastic VHS cassette.
I did not see that. I didn't see that.
It is it's just awesome. Soundwave and a little cassette of Laserbeak.
What more do you need?
You can get this on Amazon. It's $35, and I am so happy about it because there are a couple of the Transformers that I've wanted to get, but I've just kind of been holding off. And now I think I can definitely dive in. I already have this guy pre-ordered, so like I'm like super happy about that.
I hope they make a touch screen. I I didn't really like Starscream's personality on the show because he seemed kind of like a weenie and like a coward and kind of underhanded and sneaky and stuff.
Right.
But I always liked his design. I
Yeah.
always liked the jet, and I liked how he looked, on the show. I just didn't really care for his personality on the show. But I
I've
always thought
got
Starscream was cool.
something cool to show you that I thought of you this week when I saw this go up.
Thanks,
Now, let
man.
me find it. Let me find it before I share my screen. So before we get off on this tangent, well, actually, hang on. Am I going to be able to find this? Oh no.
I'm digging the purple in your screen on your background. Those walls. I know
Thank
you're
you, man.
still work in progress, but
Still a
that
work in
purple's
progress.
beautiful.
All right, here, let me show you this before we get off of it. I thought about you because, and now that you're bringing up, because you've told me before that you like Starscream.
I do.
This went up for pre-order this week on Big Bad Toy Store. Check this out.
Oh,
This
you know
is
what? I
a
saw that the
lady
other day.
Starscream.
Yeah, I'm in.
They call her Star Queen. She's my collection space.
Awesome.
Now, this is just a render, but I know how you like female action figures.
Yeah.
And so this is like a blend of like female
That
action
is
figure
awesome.
and Starscream. But check this out. She actually transforms. Like she
Wow.
literally turns into the jet mode and everything.
I wonder what the scale is.
Let's see
Does
here.
it say?
This figure is over 7 inches tall. She's approximately 7.5 inches, made of plastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm in on that. Can you click
Yeah,
on the collectibles collection space and see what else they've made?
It looks like they made
that's pretty cool.
Cliff Jumper as a female transformer as well.
Very cool.
Because Cliff Jumper is the little bumblebee.
Yeah.
Repaint.
Maybe I'll see if there's a review on it somewhere.
And that's what she turns into.
That is a nice figure too. I like that. Thanks for thinking.
Clean that figure cleans up on the bottom. Like that's.
Look at
that's
that.
nice.
Is that a display case that has the parts in it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Smart.
That's
always
wicked smart.
Wicked smart. Okay,
yeah, I love both of those. Thank you.
What is something that Super 7 makes right now that have been released as Ultimates that you think would make a good deluxe release that hasn't been? It's not Thundercats. It's not. I wonder if there's more Thundercats coming because you remember when we talked with Brian, you said something about re-releasing a Panthro. He's like, I think we got something coming for you. I'm thinking that Panther is going to be a deluxe version.
Yeah, so, I think so because I think that was probably the second most popular figure other than Lion-O and maybe Mumra. I think Panthro is probably the number 2. And
I think we speculated a lot about when we talked about this the first time on Double Jointed. I think we speculated that Conan was coming because it's super popular. I said I would love it if they did Transformers. Now that's happening, and they picked my favorite Transformer of all time. So I couldn't be happier. We now see that they're going to be doing the Power Rangers and their music icons and things like that. But what is something that has come out in the Ultimates line that you would like to see as a deluxe release? Because I know what mine would be.
That's a tough one. I didn't think about this one. You tell me yours. I would have to think about it. They've had so many properties with their reaction stuff that I've loved. I've been on a G.I. Joe kick, but I would love maybe some obscure G.I. Joe characters that you don't see normally. Yeah.
Just G.I. Joe. Just throw that in the deluxe line. Let's do it. We don't need 2 or 3 different heads and all the different hands and all the different.
Keep it
just
simple.
Give them their iconic weapon, whatever it was. If it's Scarlet, then give her crossbow. If it's Roadblock, give him his big machine gun. Whatever it is. That's what I'm really hoping because I would love to get some of their Joes. They look beautiful. Like Brian said, they look like they step right out of the cartoon.
Yes, and I'm a sucker for that.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, that Storm Shadow. I keep mentioning it, but that figure, I was looking at it the other day, just all alone by myself, just looking at it like, God damn, this figure is beautiful.
Yeah, right.
It's
let me see if I can find that Super 7. Let me see if I can find the the Storm Shadow with the gray camo.
Okay. I'd love to see some horror stuff. I love the old Jason and Halloween movies, so I would love to see some Super 7 versions, and I think they did do both of them. I'm surprised that they don't have turtles. I think maybe Target might
Turtles
be,
would be brilliant.
NECA's huge on turtles, so I think that he has to kind of tread carefully when it comes to NECA and Target and turtles and stuff.
Well,
So
Super 7 has always done something different than NECA, and I know that they're all friends. I mean, NECA's focusing on the cartoon turtles. Super 7 was focusing on the
right.
toys. Now Super 7 is switching from the toys, and they're off to some more animation. So we'll see. Here is the figure, and this is courtesy of Toy Habits. That's my good friend Michael. But here is a look at the leaked version.
Oh, I like that. I like the red weapons.
Yeah.
The thing with the camo, it kind of looks like letters, though. That looks like a Y and a T on his.
Yeah.
Where'd it go? Yeah.
Yeah. There it is.
That is
yeah,
a
you're
nice,
right. Yep.
Nice figure. Very nice.
Yeah, and you can see how it looks like it's the exact same one that we had. The weapons are the same.
It does, yeah.
Colors, the hand choices are the same. The sculpt is the same. But you can see here, this is this particular image right here was what was shared today on the back of this artwork was what was shared on Facebook. So this is the version 2, should be coming soon. Of course, this is how he looked when we were kids. So he did have.
I love that picture. That painting, just that with the bow. I love that picture. I haven't seen that in years.
So good. Yeah, it's so good. But yeah, this was leaked a while back before San Diego Comic-Con, actually, because a lot of people were speculating that this figure would be the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and it turned out not to be. They didn't even mention it. They never showed this figure, so they were clearly holding it off for something else. But I'm down for it, and I think I'm gonna have to.
New York is coming, so New York Comic-Con.
Maybe that's what it's for.
Maybe.
Well, man, it's 8:33 here. I think we need to start batting down the hatches and wrap this show up. Who knows what's going to happen? But thank you so much for coming on and doing this early this week, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I hope you got. I'm sorry again to everybody out there. We know that we don't. You guys know that we like to do live, but just in case, preparedness. Let's just get this up and at least have a video up of us talking before craziness happens, and hopefully it's just a bad storm and we weather it, no problem, no damage, no harm, everybody's safe. And shout out to everybody in the panhandle of Tallahassee and then all up north of us, because those people are going to get it too. So
be safe out there. And I think that's a testament to you, man, that you wanted to entertain some fans and some people that watch. You take the time to tape a show, so I think that's awesome, and I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I like to stay proactive if I know we're going to end up missing something or whatever. And so another video will go up tomorrow. Another video review will go up tomorrow, so you guys can check that out if you have power. If you're not in Florida and you've got power, be sure to check that out. And then this will go live on Saturday morning. So I hope you guys. And I'm going to take Jeff's recommendation and do this as a premiere. And I think he said what that allows to happen is that people can live comment like on the episode while they're watching it when it goes as a premiere. I didn't know what that meant. So I think I'm going to take his recommendation and get that up.
There you go.
So thank you. If you guys haven't had a chance to do so, please head over to Greg's channel, New to Mythics. Definitely check that out. He interviews people every week who are new to Mythics, new to Mythic Legions, but they also end up talking about toys that they had as kids, how they started collecting, and then how they got into Mythics. So it's always a great show about collecting action figures, whether or not you're into Mythics or not. It's always a good listen. Absolutely. 100%. And then definitely check out Saturday Morning Toy Collector. Check out our video. Check out our reviews. We do reviews every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And hopefully that will continue. If I have power, then I will put out a video on Monday.
I can't wait.
Mythic Legions related somehow, because Mythics are always on Monday. So we'll see how that goes. If not, if I don't have power, I'll get to it when I can. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. And Greg and I will see you in the toy aisles.